Don't be afraid of the scale because whatever isn't measured cannot be managed. Think about that.
Alright, y'all. New low weigh-in for this year. I thought it'd be lower than that, but that's cool. But let's go to the gym and see if I can do 120 pounds more than that. Pro tip before we go in there, warming up in the gym does not only include warming up in the gym, all right? You need to warm up in your car on your way to the gym, especially in the winter, man. Warm up, get hydrated, and yeah, then hit the gym. Pro tip, remember that. It'll help you thank me later, all right? Watch the whole video and thank me later, all right? I got tips all through, all right? Like the video and subscribe. Stopped at the stove, had my lady pump the gas, and when we get home, we finna cut my grass.
Alright, y'all, I'm a little bit late, right? It's 2:12, right? So I'm gonna go in there, but I gotta hurry up and do my compound movements. Why? Somebody guessed it. By the time I get in there and lock in, if I don't hurry up and do my hard, heavy sets, man, people be coming in there about 3 o'clock in the morning and they be in that, boy, the heavier you go, the more they mess with you, man. At the end of the day, everybody ain't in the gym for the same thing. I'm in there to get gains, all right? It's a few people that understand that go at this time, but the rest of them, nah. A lot of people, everybody be trying to get gains. Let me tell you, you don't know what you're talking about. Tell you, I'm sorry. Not everybody's in there trying to do their thing.
Don't wait until New Year's to start getting stronger on the bench press, all right? So we're going to do my low weigh-in. The battery is low, so it said low, all right? So y'all seen me, right? I already weighed myself earlier at home anyways. So I'm starting off with the bar, which is 45 pounds. But I was going to weigh myself again in the gym so I could show the difference between having clothes on, even though they're lightweight clothes, do-rag, shoes, holding the phone, headphones, gloves, hydration, all that adds a couple pounds. And I always be trying to tell people that don't nobody want to believe me. All right, if I'm weighing myself with nothing on at home and I'm weighing myself with everything, even though it's lightweight things, all those things add up to a few pounds. So started off with 45 pounds on the bar, which is just the bar, right? Doing a bunch of reps, warm up, and then I'm gonna bump up each time I do a set. I'm going heavier, right? And I'm gonna explain how I do my sets. Wham. So 135 pounds, so that's 45 pounds on each side, 45-pound bar. 45 times 3 is what? 145 pounds. A lot of beginners make the mistake and cheat themselves out of the weight that they lifted, and they don't give themselves enough props because they don't count the bar. The bar counts, all right? Any professional lifter will tell you that, all right? Don't take my word for it. So I'm also doing high reps with 135 pounds. Still a warm up. Pro tip for those who don't know, if you're really trying to go heavy, you don't want to do higher reps through the whole workout. All right. So a lot of professional lifters, they work up to a heavy single, double, triple, whatever, 2 or 3 reps, and then they do a back off set. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So I'm doing 185 pounds. This is already above my body weight. This was my body weight limit of my bulk. I was 185 at the end of my bulk, and I'm like 177 right now. Pretty much 176 really. All right, so I lost how much pounds? I ain't gonna do the math, but I'm gonna do kind of high reps on this, and then I'm gonna start lowering my reps as I go up. I'm gonna do 225 next, medium reps, right? So let's see what that looks like. Bam. So 225 pounds, that's 2 plates on each side. And this right here is what I call universal talk to me weight. It don't matter if you could do a 1 rep with it. It don't matter if you could do a million reps with it or anywhere in between. People will come over there and mess with you when you lifting a lot. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, that's not a lot of weight. Most people that say this is not a lot of weight can't even lift it. This ain't a lot of weight to me. I'm just saying. I'm repping it out most of the time when you see me with this on the bar. Lately, the most I've done was like 13 reps with 225, right? That's at the end of my bulk too. So, I'm only gonna do a couple reps because I want to save some energy for the next set. All right, if you're going heavy, save some energy, right? So I'm not doing a very little amount of reps, but I'm doing like 7 reps, give or take. I don't even know. I didn't even count. I'm going by feel. I'm not even counting. All right, so 245. Nope. Do a 5 on there with it. So that's 255, right? And it's 3 o'clock in the morning now. So I got to kind of hurry up and do my stuff, because once the gym start getting packed, and yeah, it get packed early around here. So once it start getting certain people in there, they ain't gonna leave you alone. They think that you're there for a conversation. They think you owe them a conversation. That dude, he's cool. A few other guys, they're cool. We talk, you know what I'm saying? But we usually talk after the workout. Only like 4 people in the whole gym that I know of understand that. You know what I'm saying? If we talk too much, guess what? You ain't gonna have the energy to lift, alright? If we talk in between every set, that's taken away from your sets. That's taken away from your reps. That's taken away from your sets. That's taken away from your progress, alright? Lift how you want to lift, though. So I'm doing 1 rep, and then I point up at the sky, meaning I'm going up. Alright, so 275, nope. Let's throw these 2.5s on there, which makes it 277. No, wait. 275 plus 5, that's 280. That's 280 pounds right there, right? That's 103 pounds above my body weight, I think. Yeah. I was 177, so 103 pounds above my body weight. Alright, so let's go and see what this looks like, and let's go ahead and see if I'm going to move up or not. I'm going to tell you a fun fact, though. 300 is the highest that I've done lately, and I've told myself that I'm not going above 300. I don't care how it looks or feels or whatever. This is called setting the bar high. I make myself earn my next step, alright? Right now I'm in a caloric deficit, so I don't even see myself doing much more than that anyways. 280 was kind of heavy, and I decided just to not fry my CNS and go down, right? So I went down to 180. So I did 180 and kind of was like going to do my bodyweight bench press competition, but I was kind of burnt out. But we're going to go ahead and count how many reps I got with it. With my body weight, my record is like 20-something reps, and ain't nobody messing with me on that. And we're going to go ahead and count these reps real quick. And I hope I at least get 15. I don't remember how much I got. I didn't even count, but I was just going until I felt like it was enough. So this is a very high rep set, all right? So let's go ahead and get set up on the bench. A lot of people think they can just lay down on the bench like it's nothing. No, you need to brace yourself, all right? So let's go ahead and count. When it goes up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on. It looked like 13 maybe 14, 13. Okay, I could have done a few more reps, but I was burnt, you know what I'm saying? And my calories are low, so I went ahead and, put the weights up, and I did some cardio. But I did other things before that, but I did a bunch of curls, but I didn't film it. It was too many people over there, so. All right, y'all, now it's all said and done. That was fun. It was time to run. Had to go home because I got to go drop off my son to school in a minute. All right, so what am I doing with this jacket on? I just worked out. I might have a little good pump. You know what I'm saying? Natty, though. Might as well show the gains. But what I'm trying to explain is this. This is not complaining. This is explaining. I'm glad with the lift that I got. Y'all just seen all the scenes, so y'all seen what I worked up to. I don't remember. I think it was 285 or whatever. The heaviest that I've done lately was like 300, and I failed at 305, even though there's plenty of times that I could have done it. All right. Right now, the biggest problem is that I'm in a pretty extreme caloric deficit, which I tell people don't go extreme on a caloric deficit. Only got a couple pounds to lose, and I want to lose it by New Year's. I'm not fat, so I can kind of do that a little more than I would recommend the average person who has a lot of weight to lose, all right? So I'm going to talk about my physique goals and my lifting goals, all right? Y'all just seen me lift, so I'm going to talk about my lifting goals first, all right? So what is my lifting goal as of right now while I'm on a cut? My lifting goal is to make sure I maintain as much strength as I possibly can without getting injured, all right? So knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them, like I just did in the gym, I could have probably did another 20 pounds, all right? That gave me that 120 pounds above my body weight. Now I round down, right? So when I did my my reps, with my body weight, that was 180. I'm like 177 as you seen in the beginning of the video. So that's 3 pounds above my body weight, right? So I have a body weight bench press challenge that I had offered plenty of times at different body weights that I've been. But every time I do the body weight bench press challenge, I'm always doing above my body weight a little bit. I think my record is like 20 reps with 175 when I was 170. So I always tell people when you do this challenge, it's at your own. It's your own choice. Talk to your doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you to do it. It's up to you, all right? So if you get injured, it ain't none of my business. You know what I'm saying? I hope you don't. You know what I'm saying? Think about it for a second. But I tell people all the time, you could give or take 5 pounds, all right? So if you weigh 200 pounds, you could do 195. I'm going to go 5 pounds above my body weight most likely. And that's giving people a leeway to actually beat me if they're actually good at this. And if they're better than me at this, they're going to beat me anyways. But pound for pound, not tooting my own horn, there's not that many people in the world that can do their own body weight for 20 reps. If they weigh 300 pounds, there ain't that many people that's 300 pounds that can do 300 pounds for 20 reps. If they weigh 150, it ain't that many people that's 150 pounds that can do 150 for 20 reps, right? So, hey, the challenge is still there, all right? So, my goal is to maintain my strength and the amount of reps that I can do, all right? Top strength, rep strength, all right? Hypertrophy, powerlifting. Bodybuilder, powerlifting. I want to do, I'm doing physique goal. I'm probably sitting at about 13, give or take, body fat right now, percent. And I want to get into my single digits by New Year's, right? It ain't that. It's a skip, hop, and a jump away. So it ain't that drastic for me. You know what I'm saying? I only got to lose a few pounds. Bam. I'm guessing 170, 168 at the least. If I get down to 168 and I'm not as shredded as I want to be, I might just stay there and recomp. And then, you know, have a limit for when I do my next bulk. And my limit will probably be where I'm at now, 177, 175 maybe be my limit. And then stay there for a while. And then the summertime come, shred down easily because I have less than 10 pounds to lose. You see what I'm saying? So that's my physique goal. Eating wise, right now, my calories are the main thing that's holding me back, but at the same time, I'm doing it on purpose, but I'm pushing the weights, all right? Regardless of the energy I got in the gym, I'm going to push the weight. See, a lot of people, when they lose their strength, when they cut, a lot of people know you lose strength when you cut, right? And that's true, but it's extra true for people who make this mistake. They start cutting and they change their whole workout. I'm going to do more reps because it burns more calories. Okay, what's going to happen to your strength when you're not strength training anymore? You're doing more reps, you're burning more calories. You're basically trying to use the weights as cardio, which I do that too at my last set. But I'm going to do my strength work first. You see what I'm saying? So I can maintain as much of that strength as I possibly can. And when I get down to 168 or 170, pound for pound, I'm actually stronger. If I'm 170, so my short-term goal is while I'm in my deficit and when I reach my low weigh-in, right, get back to maintenance calories. That's when the magic, not I don't believe in magic, but I'm saying that's when it's gonna happen. Like, okay, when I'm in a caloric deficit, right? Calories are energy. Energy is lower when you're in a caloric deficit, but it's necessary to get the body fat off. You have to get the body fat off if you want to get shredded. If you want to have abs and six packs and all that, that's why I'm cutting. A lot of people be like, well, if you're not fat, why are you losing weight? Because I want to get shredded. Everybody ain't in it for the same thing, all right? So once I get down to that low body weight, get back to maintenance calories, which is bringing my calories back up, but not enough to get fat because that's a surplus, not a bulk. You got cutting, you got maintenance, and you got bulking, all right? So gaining weight, maintaining weight, losing weight. So when I get back to the calories that's going to make me maintain that weight, the calories are going to be higher than they were when I was losing weight, right? And that's when I'm going to get a lot stronger. My goal Maybe not this cut, maybe not this bulk, whatever, but I want to get closer and closer to a double body weight bench press. Meaning, okay, let's say I weigh 180, right? If I weigh 180, 360. Ain't that many people in the world that could do that. There are some. You can find some, of course. There are some. But that's like 1 in a billion. And most of the people that could do that are either juice heads or world-class powerlifters. Us regular people, ain't that many of us. You know what I'm saying? So that's a feat. Just like there ain't that many people that could do 3 times their squat, their body weight on squat. Or 2.5 times their body weight on squat. Right? So, or 3 times their deadlift. I think I could do 3 times my body weight on deadlift, I think. I don't know. I ain't do the math. But I'm just saying, like, 4 times body weight deadlift, you're pushing more into the juice heads and or world-class powerlifters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just trying to hold my own. So whenever I compete, because I will, I've been saying I'm going to compete. I used to say I'm going to compete in physique and bodybuilding and stuff. Natural bodybuilder. So don't say I'm like, you know, don't compare me to juice heads. I'm just saying, like, not that bodybuilding. Natural bodybuilding. Half the size of those bodybuilders, all right? I'll be competing with people in my category, all right? Natty, all right? So I don't want to bodybuild, though, so I decided not to do that. It ain't really my thing. No disrespect to nobody else. But, you know, I'm not going to do it because other people want to see me do it. I'm going to do it because I want to do it. And I don't really think it's for me to be standing on stage in draws and to each his own. I'm just saying, and getting pointed at every body part and then it's acceptable. I'm like, I'd rather lift. I'd rather power lift. If I power lift, it's about how I lifted it, how much I lifted, and it's more fair, and I'm more comfortable with it. So I want to get into it, you know, whether I win, lose, draw, whatever, but I want to get my numbers up first. Right now, my bench press is on the front burner. My squat needs to be on the front burner. So my deadlift, I'm just maintaining my strength. So I look at it like this. A lot of people think you can put everything on the front burner or put everything at the equal priority. I look at it like this. A lot of times people do that. You can do that kind of, but it's like you're going to get the jack of all trades results at the end of the day. You're not going to get that good at either one of them, most likely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, like, it's less likely. So if I put, for instance, if I put my squat on front burner and I forget about my deadlift, what's going to happen to my deadlift? It's going to disappear. Like it done before, I had to bring it back. Just like my squat done before plenty of times, I had to bring it back. Bench press, I had the whole bringing my bench press back series, all right? So I don't want to lose anything. I want to maintain my strength by using my strength. Just like you don't want to lose a bunch of muscle when you're cutting, which means, especially if you got a lot of weight to lose, cut slower and make sure you do the things that, do the workouts that made you gain those muscles anyways in the first place. You got to do the things you did to gain it, to maintain it. You see what I'm saying? And even though it's almost impossible to gain muscle on a cut, yes, you can. Depending on the person, depending on the level, depending on a lot of different things. Natty status, we could go down, that's a whole nother video. But it's like you gotta be trying to do it anyways. You see what I'm saying? This is hardcore stuff at the end of the day. This ain't for everybody. I tell people all the time that's trying to lose weight, you know, you might look at me lifting weights and all this and all that, and you might think that, okay, I can't listen to this guy because he's doing something that I'm not trying to do. Just do the weight loss portion, all right? So comment, like, subscribe, share, holla back at your boy. Don't wait until New Year's. Haste makes waste. You're practicing procrastination when you're waiting, all right? So get on the ball. Don't get on the ball running. Take your steps. That's why you give yourself a head start. You got a whole month. A month don't sound like a lot, but guess what? If you do the right things, you can make some progress, especially like knowledge-wise. And also, people think that they know everything and they don't get any results. No disrespect, but if you've been trying to do something and you ain't been getting the results, That means you have misconceptions, especially about weight loss. So top 10 misconceptions about weight loss, and watch my New Year's playlist. Write down things, come up with a game plan, and do your thing. And also, I'm here to answer questions. That's what the comments are for. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Holla back at your boy. It's your boy, Rapper Time Fitness. Peace.